guys, Robin here, back again with some hero packing videos. So we're going to be remaking the old videos slowly so that they have some higher quality because I have a better PC than I did back then. But we are going to get started here. So when you're starting hero pack, the first thing you need to do is set up your workspace and download any tools you need. And I have them pulled up here so I can show you. I always recommend Visual Studio Code as your text editor. There's also Notepad++, that's another recommended one. But I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code in this video. You also need a texture editing software. You can use paint.net. You can go to this link. It's here and it's in the Hero Pack Central in Hero Pack Resources and Starting a Hero Pack. But you'll click on this link right here to download it. And then another good thing to have is the mapping viewer from FIS. There's also a link to this down below and in the same place as paint.net on Hero Pack Central. To download this, you just click on this file right here. This is uploaded by Fisk himself, so it's safe. And to open the mapping viewer, you also need Java. So just download Java, you use the installer if you don't already have it installed, obviously. So we're going to start by making our CurseForge profile. If you do not have one, I use CurseForge. You can find countless videos on how to make your own profile. But really, all you need to do is find the mod pack or the mod link down below for FIS, and just click install and make a new profile. You can do create new profile. You can select a profile. If you create a new one, you just name it whatever, and it will make a Fisk one. You don't need any extra mods. I do have extra mods for performance, but that is completely up to you. So to start here, we're going to be setting up our workspace. So we're going to move this over here and this up here. So this is the empty pack template. You can find it by going into the Hero Pack Central Discord. You go to Hero Pack Resources and you scroll down to MISC Resources. And it is in there. It's posted by me, emptypacktemplate.zip. And what comes in here, we're going to just extract it. And it's going to open up like this. So if you want to make it yourself, I'm also going to do that. So we're just going to pull this over here and we'll put that up there. We'll do, if you want to make this by hand, do new folder. Name it whatever you want. So we'll do example _pack. So this is also by hand on this side. First thing you want to do is you want to make a new folder and you want to name it assets. You also will need a JSON file. The best way I've found to do this is to go into your Visual Studio Code and you're going to do file, open folder, and you're going to open the folder that you just made. So example pack here, we're going to select that. This is the easiest way I've found. And you come up here, it'll say your pack name, and we're going to click this new file button. We're going to name it heropack.json, and that will automatically generate us a JSON file. There is an example JSON or heropack.json file in the HPC, and there's also one in the pack. So you could come in here and it's empty, so we'll name this example pack. And your domain will do EP. You want to do something unique so that it doesn't overlap with any other hero packs. Pack format 1, and then watermark. You can do a watermark if you want. I'm not going to, but it will show up in the creative tab. We'll just do EP just because. And normally I would write all that in this side, but I'm just going to copy this over. So you basically just follow what I have here. You can pause and read if you need to. Okay, so next we're going to open up our assets folder, and you see it says domain on the template pack. What you're going to do is whatever you set your domain as in your heropack.json, so EP, you are going to set here in a folder. So instead of domain, this is going to say EP, and over here, if you're doing it by hand, you're going to do new folder, EP. We're going to open this up, and at this point, building it by hand, you would just slowly make these folders. So we're going to swap over to our template so you can kind of see what we have here. We have a data folder, an events folder, a models folder, a renderers folder, and a textures folder. If you're following along making it by hand, just add all of these folders. We'll go down through them together right now. So in the data folder, we have 3 new folders: Fabricator, Heroes, and Powers. In the Heroes folder, we don't have anything. This is where you're going to make your characters. In the Powers folder, there's also another folder. You're going to make your powers there. However, in Fabricators, we got nodes and recipes here. Nodes is your unlockable things in the database, and recipes is obviously the crafting recipes. Now, I'm moving a little faster, so if you need to pause, go ahead. We're going to move on to events. So in the events folder, you have your sounds folder, and you would put your sound events here. And then you got your models folder. You would put your animations in here: flight folder, boost, hover, idle. And these don't have anything else inside them. This is just all the folders you would put your animations in, your flight animations. Then you have beams, clouds. You have heroes. I don't think this is used anymore. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it has been fully replaced by the renderer folder. You have particles, and inside particles you have emitters. And then you have tabula, which is where you would put your custom models for suits. So if you want to add like a back piece that juts off the skin, this is where you add that. And you have trails. Now we go back to the domain folder, or EP, and we have renderers and heroes. And in here you're going to put your hero renders. And then we have textures. Inside textures, we have GUI, which has nodes. And if you are making a suit that has a cooldown, you might also want one that says bars. That way you can put your bars in here. Then you have your heroes folder. This is where you're going to put all of your suit textures. We'll go over that in a different video on how to do that. And then you have your item heroes. This is where you're going to put your item PNGs for each piece of your suit. And we have models. You would put your models, your texture models in here for your custom models. And we go all the way back, and that is all of the folders we have. So after we have this whole file folder situation set up, we're actually going to look at the Fisk Heroes files, which are also available to you. It is set up in the exact same way. So if you want to look at a different suit in the base mod, assets, Fisk Heroes, data, heroes, and we can look at all the different characters here just for some reference so you can see what you're working with, and it has all the folders you need. But if we go into the mapping viewer, which you need to download Java, so you'll download Java and then run it through if you don't already have it, and you'll open this, and you'll select whatever Fisk version you're working on, which is probably 2.4.0, and you'll open the mappings, and you can see literally everything that is available for you to change and adjust. Everything. You can go through here and find everything. This is the best thing ever. So in the next video, we are going to go over creating your first suit, rendering it, and giving it a texture. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.